Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Friday, May 10th, 2013. Let's jump right into the charts here. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. You'll see that the futures are trading higher by just 1 point, but nonetheless, they are higher before the market opens. Rarely do we see a big decline these days. The market was a little bit volatile around 3 o'clock in the morning. You can see futures spiked up towards the 1631 level. Now coming right back down towards the 1625 area. This is a Friday, so often on a Friday the market will be supported by the closing bell. We could see a little bit of morning volatility if we do get any at all, and we'll see how that plays out. But right now on a Friday, we generally look for a flat to slightly positive trading day. There's a lot of news flying around. It looks like the Japanese yen is the talk of the town right now, as you had dollar yen closing above 100 yesterday. Right now trading at 101.65. So this means that the Japanese yen is plunging against the U.S. dollar, and this is certainly hurting gold. Gold this morning is trading down sharply lower. The spot price for U.S. gold, or for gold in general, is now $1,433 an ounce, down 36 points this morning. And this is all on the back of the Japanese yen. The yen plunging, causing the dollar to spike, and the dollar moves higher, gold moves lower. And you could also see it in oil as well. So oil, light sweet crude today is down $1.84 to $94.55. Once again, it all has to do with the U.S. dollar. The weaker yen is popping that dollar higher, and the dollar is getting stronger and stronger by the minute as the yen gets devalued by the second. So strange effect, because you do have both central banks printing a heck of a lot of money. The Federal Reserve is printing $85 billion a month, and they've been doing that really since September, and even in lesser amounts since 2008. And then you have the Japanese central bank, which is 1/3 the size of the U.S. economy, printing about the same amount, or just a slight bit less. So they've really put the pedal to the metal. Last night in Asia, the Nikkei 225 index did make a new all-time high, trading around 14,600. The index was up about 3%. So a pretty remarkable move when you think about it. But the Japanese market is really the sole reason for the stronger dollar, and the sole reason for the weaker price in gold today, as well as the weakness in oil this morning. So oil getting hit. Let's take a look at the GLD. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Here's the this is the Spider Gold shares. They're down to around 138.39. They closed yesterday at $140.81. So you could see it's quite a decline. And then look at the USO, which is a good proxy for oil. Light sweet crude traded at, I should say the USO, U.S. Oil Fund, traded at $34.17. Today it's trading at $33.65. So again, it's the Japan market really having a major effect here on the U.S. markets. And you could see, some of the Japanese ADRs like Toyota Motor, at new not all-time highs, but new 52-week highs here, trading around the 120 level. Just take a look at this daily chart. You'll find this pretty amazing. And we'll even look at a 60-minute chart so you can just get the effect of it. But look at this, how this thing has steadily been rising. Just in the month of April alone, all the way in 1 month. Look at it, went from 106 to 120, and that's all on the back of a weakening Japanese yen. Exports have been soaring. Profitability to companies like Sony Corp have been first profit in 5 years, and it's all about devaluing your currency. The only problem is every country in the world is now doing it. I believe last night several other Asian countries cut interest rates, if I'm not mistaken. I think Vietnam may have done it, Thailand may have done it. So you're just seeing quantitative easing or money printing all over the place, and that's pretty amazing to see. We'll see how long it can last, but anytime money is printed out of thin air, it usually ends in a disaster. But the party could go on for a while longer before that happens. Looking at a few other things this morning, I think it's important to note, first off, that You have the European markets all trading flat to slightly higher. The FTSE MIB, which is Milan, Italy, the Italian market is trading higher by over 1%. That's leading things. German DAX is up 0.4%. The FTSE 100, which is England, up about 0.3%. Remember, England can print their own money. Okay, they have their own quantitative easing program going on there to the tune of, I think, 375 billion pounds. I forget the exact number, but it's a big number. You have the IBEX 35, which is Spain, flat on the day, so no change there. But other than that, everything is holding up fine. The markets are holding up fine. We'll see if that is the case once the U.S. markets open today. But like I said earlier, on a Friday, rarely do we get a big decline. Usually it's a flattish type day to slightly positive, and we'll see if that's what happens. But pretty amazing move here, and it's really all about the yen today. So we'll see if these so-called Abenomics can keep things going. But looks like Japan and Ben Bernanke have teamed up, and we're getting a big inflationary push in the Japanese market, and that is causing that is causing commodities like gold and oil to fall lower today. So we'll see how that all plays out going forward. I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover. I do know that Ben Bernanke will be speaking today at 9:30 a.m., so that could cause some volatility in the marketplace. I do have a few gap plays for this morning. They'll be posted in the chat room at 9 a.m. So hopefully anybody interested, come on over to the chat room. You got about 30-40 minutes before that happens. Also, I believe there is going to be some economic news at 2 p.m. today, which will be a quiet time for the market. I expect it, at least. So 2 p.m., I think we got the Treasury budget for April released at 2 p.m. So again, after the first few hours, the market usually gets pretty quiet on a Friday. But either way you slice it or dice it, we could have some morning volatility, especially with the Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke speaking. I believe he's speaking in Chicago, and he's giving a speech on the too big to fail banks at 9:30 this morning. So he's going to be speaking right when the market opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So again, we'll look for that. We'll see how that all plays out going forward. We're not going to make too much out of this, but again, we'll watch that yen throughout the day, and we'll see how it plays out, and we'll see what it tells us. But it's all about the Japanese yen money printing, and that's really doing a lot of damage to gold and oil this morning before the opening bell. With that said, everybody, I want to leave it there. Have a great trading day, and we'll see you all on the charts a little bit later. Take care now.